going on, y'all? It is your boy, One Physical Therapist Assistant. Good afternoon. I hope y'all doing okay, man. I hope y'all doing all right. Another day with the legends of America. But today, I'm not going to talk about those legends. Today, I'm talking about Gen Z. Shout out to Gen Z. I love Gen Z. I got some Gen Z kids. But I also work with a lot of Gen Zers. And they are some interesting humans, to say the least. Oh, man. Hey, yo, today, did y'all know that it'd be bullying in nursing homes? Yes. Everywhere you see bullying in schools, you see bullying online, you see bullying in the workplace, but yes, there is also bullying amongst patients in nursing homes. Why do I say that? And let me tell you an interesting story. Interesting thing about bullies. When bullies meet their match, they are not bullies anymore. When bullies are confronted with someone equal to their wannabe toughness, they stop being a bully. Case in point, had a patient who, whenever he gets a new roommate, he tends to want to, exude his dominance, or he tends to become a bit of a bully. Meaning he kind of dominates what's going on in the room. You know, the lights get turned off when he says so. The TV gets turned out, he says so. The heat or the air conditioner is turned up or down to his preference, as opposed to, being 50-50 with it. So, lo and behold, the patient got a new roommate. And let's just say the new roommate is sort of a tough guy himself. So you know what happens? How do you think that plays out? Huh? You think there's some clashing? Or you think there's some hostilities going on between the two bullies? Actually, no. Actually, the original bully who bullies all the other roommates who he can bully, he actually becomes close to the new guy. The new guy is not for the nonsense. So, bullying actually takes place in nursing homes too. It's funny, I keep telling y'all, we go back to being children when we get older. I can't wait to become a child again. This adult thing, man, be stressful sometimes. It's nice to become a child again. But anyway, I just walked out. I walked out earlier with a patient, right? Took a patient outside. Sometimes patients like to come out and get fresh air, right? Sometimes we bring them out to do therapy. We get them out, do some exercise, boom, do a little walk, and we might go out to the parking lot. We might go out in the courtyard, or we might go out to the front of the building. Well, I had a patient, I was taking them for, a stroll around the building. And you know how I'm always, I be spotting car stuff. I hate cars. Y'all know I hate cars. But anyway, we rolling around the parking lot, we walking and talking, having a good old time. And we comes across the handicap section of the facility. Now understand what the handicap section is at a nursing home, okay? It's a nursing home. So the handicap section, it's not like the handicap section at Walmart, okay? It's not like the handicap section at, Wawa or CVS. It's a different type of handicap section because it's a nursing home. So there are already elderly people there. So the handicap section is usually reserved for their handicapped relatives or handicapped friends who are probably in their 80s and 90s too. So the handicap section at a nursing home is sacred. That's what I'm trying to say. The handicap section at a nursing home is sacred. It's not like the Walmart handicap section. It's not like the Kroger handicap section. It's different. Yes, that handicap section has its own, place. It's reserved for people with disabilities, for people who are handicapped. But at a nursing home, it's for the older people. So we walking around the parking lot and we comes up to the handicap section, me and my man. And we see this Corvette. Yes, I said Corvette. Such a nice Corvette. I actually took a picture of it. Let me show you this Corvette in the handicap section. And if you see this video, I hope you feel the burn from this. Yeah, this is a Corvette. Very, very nice Corvette. It's kind of like the Corvette from my other video. But anyway, in the handicap section, and the patient I was with, oh, he got hot. Because he's a patient at the nursing home. He got mad. He got mad to the point he wants to report this Corvette. I don't know if he did. He might have. But he was like, they not supposed to be parking there. So he wheels up to see if they got a handicap sticker, on there. What's the name? Because, they might, I don't know. There might be an older handicapped person in the Corvette. I don't know. But anyway, he wheels up to the front of the car, see if they got a handicap sticker, and they didn't. But this is what I'm talking about, y'all. Why are you buying these expensive cars if you want sacred parking? You want sacred parking. You want to take up 2 parking spaces. You want to, park in the handicap section when you're not supposed to. You can't do that. You can't do it. My patient was hot at this. But anyway, y'all, today's topic is about Gen Z. Shout out to Gen Z. I was having a nice conversation with Gen Z. Have you heard of the term work-life balance? That's a popular term lately. Work-life balance, okay? That is a very, very popular term. What does that mean? What does work-life balance mean to you? I'm learning, and I like learning, so I've learned that work-life balance means, yes, you work, you go to do a job, or you work from home, or whatever you do, but you want to have an equal time with your life, with your family, with your loved ones, with the things you like to do. You want that time to be equal. You don't want 90% of it to be work. You don't want 10% of it to be life, family, the things you like to do. So Gen Z wants a balance. And I get it. I understand it. Who doesn't? Who doesn't want a balance? However, hear me when I say that Gen Z, and I had 2 of them. I had one in her early 20s and another one, she's like right on the tail end of being a Gen X, Gen Zer. She's like right in that middle, that that gray area. She's like in the gray area, a little bit more on the Gen Z side, right? And they were talking about this, and I was hearing them out. I'm, listening. I'm hearing the concerns. They not big on the work. They not big on the work yourself to death and don't have a lot of time to yourself. And I get that. I understand that. I don't think many people are. And they say that they watch their parents. This is what my 20-something-year-old, and she's actually, I think she might be the same age as my daughter. She's actually, she said she saw her parents, what they did. They just worked, didn't have much time for anything else. They were under a lot of stress. They worked long hours, hardly got any sleep, hardly got any rest. And her generation, she's speaking for the Gen Zers. And she said, our generation, we just want a better work-life balance. And I said, I understand. Who doesn't? We do too. I'm Gen X. I don't know what generation you are. I think it's some Gen X's that watch the channel. Now, you gotta understand, us Gen Xers, we got our go work mentality from our parents in part. A lot of our parents worked long hours, 2-3 jobs, just to provide. My mother did this. My father, here and there, yeah. But I watched my mother do it, and what was handed down to us is, yes, get a job, and work that job. Work that job till you're old enough to retire. That was handed down to us. That's what we learned, and that's what we did. I didn't know that my generation, the Gen X's, like we are developing the mantle of toughness. I'm hearing and reading this everywhere. We are like supposedly the last tough generation. Shout out to the boomers and the greatest generation. They tough. We're gonna give them their toughness right off the bat. But as far as like the last tough generation, If you an Xer, Gen Xer, you have that mantle. So my coworker, my Gen X early 20s coworker, shout out to her. I think she's probably gonna watch this video. She's saying they want work-life balance because they watch their parents go through the struggle of working hard, just making ends meet. And they say they don't really want that, but they want the balance. You know, they're willing to work. Okay, let's work. But we want better balance than our parents had. And my retort or my rebuttal to her was, it wasn't like a rebuttal. It wasn't like I'm putting her down. I was just saying to her, I see what you mean. But what I am witnessing, what I am seeing is the Gen Zers, you Gen Zers, if any Gen Zers watching this, shout out to you. You want the work-life balance, yes, which is a good thing to have and want. However, you also want the lifestyle and the things that come from hard work. Did you hear me? I hope I don't rub anybody the wrong way with this. What do I mean? I mean, the Gen Zers want to have more time to travel more, have nice things. They got the Stanley Cups that cost $60. They want to stop at the Starbucks every other day. You know, they want to do DoorDash. You want to eat out a lot. You want to go out and have drinks with your friends. You want to, you know, have nice parties. When parties times come up, you want to throw nice parties for your friends. Go to nice parties. Go out to eat a lot. You want to have nice clothes. You want the Lululemons. You want the you want the latest fashion. Do you see what I'm getting at? So you want all of the stuff that comes that should come from hard work without doing the hard work. Ooh, I hope I'm not touching any nerves. And you know what? She kind of agreed. And there's another Gen Zer in there, and she also kind of agreed. And she was like, yeah, you pretty much got it. Like, you want to shop at nice places. I don't know what considered nice places nowadays, but you want to have nice things, and you want to have free time, and you want to have hobbies, and you want to travel. You want to get on planes. You want to go to Vegas. You want to go to Miami. You want to go to New York. You want to go to Fashion Week. I don't know. Everything you want to do costs money. And it costs money that probably typically requires hard work to do so. Now, are there easier ways to make money? There may be easier ways to make money in today's society, but typically for the average person, you're going to have to work for that. And what I told her, what's happening is, you ladies and gentlemen, Gen Zers, you young ladies and young gentlemen are getting that lifestyle, but you're getting that lifestyle with debts. Ooh. Again, I hope I'm not touching any nerves with this. You're getting that lifestyle, but you're getting that lifestyle with debt. And that's becoming normal to you. Now, what was the end result of our conversation? That wasn't really an end result of our conversation. They were just giving two sides. I was giving the Gen X side, and they were giving the Gen Z side. I completely agree with them that a good work-life balance is good. However, if you want to live a specific lifestyle, you know, that lifestyle is probably going to cost money. And in today's society, especially in America, you can have that lifestyle all you want. However, the amount of debt you're going to put yourself in if you don't really want to work hard, it might be stupendous, tremendous. And to be honest with you, us Gen Xers, we bear some of the blame. We bear some of the brunt on this. You know why we bear some of the brunt? Because what have we wanted to do? Gen Xers, what have we wanted to do? We want to have certain things that our parents didn't have. We wanted to do certain things that our parents didn't do. We wanted to give our children things that our parents couldn't give us. Am I right? You feel me on that? Are you one of those out there? I know I am. I grew up in the hood of Baltimore City, Northeast Baltimore City. I never been on a plane growing up. I let's see, never really traveled growing up. Traveling to me was going to Philadelphia to see some relatives. We would have to go to the dollar movie. We didn't go to the regular movies. Eating out, yeah, right. Eat at a restaurant? Are you crazy? Eating out was a pizza every now and again for me. Going to McDonald's was a serious treat. Oh, it was a big deal. Going to McDonald's is a big deal, but this is just me. Going to McDonald's is a big deal. And let's see, what else? Like I said, never been on a plane, never been out the country. However, us Gen Xers still in the hard working mode. We are working hard and we're giving our children things that our parents never gave us. And that stuff is becoming normal to them. It's becoming very, very normal to them. So it's normal to my 13-year-old daughter. Hear me out. It is very normal to my 13-year-old daughter to go out of the country at least once or twice a year. That's normal to her. It is very normal for my 13-year-old and my 20-year-old son and my 26-year-old daughter. Is very normal to go out to eat. Did you hear me? Going out to eat at whatever restaurant. I don't care what it is. Going out for seafood, crabs, steak, wherever. Going out to eat is very normal to them. It's not a treat. Do you feel me? It's not a treat. It's something that, hey, y'all, let's go out to eat. And me and my wife, and I'm sure some of you can relate, we're doing this and making it normal to them. So the fact that we're making it normal to them, what do you think they're going to expect when they become adults? Do you think they expect to reduce their lifestyle to go cheap now? No. They're going to still want this. But guess what? They want work-life balance with it. So, I don't know. Do me a favor. This is an open discussion to anybody who has answers to this. Who can answer, who can have any input. I'm willing to listen because, like I said, we both bear some of the blame. The Gen Zers bear some of the blame, and my generation, we bear some of the blame too. Because I don't know about y'all, but I've given my children, good God, I've given them a lot that I didn't get. A lot that I didn't get growing up. And if I do that, if I continually do that, it becomes very, very normal. Very, very normal. So when they get older, are they going to expect that normal way of life to change? No, they're not. But they want less stress and they want more free time. So I don't know. I don't know if they can have it both ways. But let me know what you think, y'all. I'm curious to know what you think. I'm curious to know if you're Gen X, Gen Z, baby boomer. I don't know where you're at, but let me know what you think, man. I really appreciate it if you would type in the comments how you feel about a situation like that, because we had a really good conversation. And my coworkers, I got a lot of love for, man. They are the ones I'm talking about. They are some hard-working Gen Zers. So there's some hard-working ones out there. My son is one of them. My daughter, my oldest daughter, she teaches second grade. She's one of them. They are working. They are doing their thing. They are contributing to society. But I understand that they want that balance. Whew. So let me know what you think. I appreciate any input, anything you got on this, because I definitely will share it with my Gen Z coworkers and my children. I will share it. But as always, y'all, I appreciate y'all for coming through. It's your boy, One Physical Therapist Assistant. You know I got y'all on legends, but today I wanted to talk about the future legends. You feel me? Shout out to Gen Z, the future legends. And hopefully my generation, we the future legends too. So, as always, y'all, it's your boy. I appreciate y'all. Respect your elders. Respect your elders. Whew. Please help somebody when you see them in need. Shout out to Gen X and Gen Z. We got to help people, y'all. It is our time to help people when we see them in need. And I will holler at y'all in the next video.